Hi everyone, Jan back from Fursdon House. I wanted to share a video with you, and this is the second part of a three-part set of videos. This is a special order for Penny. Hi Penny, hope you're watching and I hope you enjoy what I've made for you. These are Edith Holden envelopes that I've created that also hold some tags and some small journals and things of that nature. So let's just go ahead and get started, and we'll start with the dimensions. They're approximately the same size. They're 7 inches wide by 9 inches long, and about, oh, I don't know, half an inch or 3/4 of an inch thick. Not that that would really bother anyone, I wouldn't think. But let's go ahead and we'll do one at a time, but this should hopefully all be in one relatively quick video. I've tied the closures with tape. I'm speechless here. What is it called? Seam binding. Hello. This actually is very, very old. I had it, and I've had it for a year or two. Found it at a thrift shop and thought, well, I'll never use it, because I thought I would use it, and then I never did. And lo and behold, here it is today, and I used it. So we'll go ahead and open it up. I'll just put this back over here. And I've reinforced the edges here with just some regular lace, glued in on to the spine here, and then also sewed it down on either side. And then of course we have the green leaf ribbon. That's one of my favorites, of course. You've seen this if you've seen any of my videos before. And here's the front. And these are original Edith Holden pages. Everything is from her book. They're all actual pages, no photocopies or anything like that. And there's the reverse. She's one of my favorite, if not my most favorite, watercolor art. Gosh, I can't talk. Watercolor artist. That's kind of hard to say. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and open it up. And also I've put some reinforcements here. I'm not sure if you can see on the inside, but it's because this is always being lifted up, and then you've got the reinforcement of this over the back that helps create the tag, or the tab rather. So let's go ahead and get started with these. This is a small little journal. We have vintage buttons here, and there's the reverse, and it opens up, and we have 2 little pockets with miniature journals. And I've just put a little bit of cuttings out of words from Edith Holden's book. It's from the book is titled The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, and she wrote this back in 1906. Wonderful book. Even though I love cutting them up and creating with them, I have all of her other books, including this one, that I keep on my bookshelf to read, and they're just wonderful to read. So, this little journal is made with handmade paper that was not handmade by Jan. I do not go into that at all. It's a sweet little thing. And then here's another one. So I wanted to give plenty of journaling space wherever I could. This one's funny. It's called Sneezewort Yarrow. And Edith Holden lived in England, so a lot of the things we may or may not recognize that she talks about, but most of them you would recognize them. Although I have to say I've never heard of Sneezewort Yarrow before. That's a new one on me. But there they are. And I have ink distressed I think just about every page in here. So. And I use a variety of paper. This little booklet has the handmade paper in it. And let's go on to the next one. This was an envelope. Like that. And I got this idea from, oh goodness, what is that magazine called? I can't remember it right now, but I'll put it below. But it has a vintage button here. And then, oh, Daphne's Diary. That's the name of the magazine. Several years ago, they had one of these in this shape, and I thought that's really neat. It's unusual. So, as I said, the closure has the vintage button on it, and then it has Velcro and another little tablet in there. And this is also with handmade paper. I love to write myself, so I like making sure that everyone has plenty of journaling space. There's that one, and here's this. Lace here, of course, and then the reverse. A lot of times I like to keep her artwork showing. I don't like covering it up because it's just so beautiful, so that's what I've done whenever I can. And this is not craft paper. It looks like craft paper, but it isn't. It's got a sheen to it, and I love this paper. They came out of books that I got from Walmart, of all places, but now they've stopped carrying them, naturally. So fortunately I bought quite a few of them while they were available. They were very, very inexpensive. I was thrilled. But anyway, once I use those up, that will be it on that. And then here we get, isn't that sweet? Little bunny. I love her colors, just so beautiful. And then here we have just one sheet. Again, this is that same brown paper. It's got a sheen to it, and it writes really well. And it just looks nice and old. That's why I like it. And these things you can sew these in, you can glue them down, whatever you want. A lot of times I'll just put them in my journals with paper clips. That way I can move them around the way I want and just enjoy the artwork and then still have plenty of journaling space. And here we have, this is antique lace here and vintage buttons. And it's just, again, I've left the back unadorned so that you can enjoy her artwork. And just a little miniature journal. I've done them different. There are several little journals that I've been working on, these small ones, and I've done each one of them slightly different. Some tie on the inside, some tie on the outside, but that just slips in here. And again, you would just attach it to a page with a paper clip here or up here. You could sew it in by sewing across here, here, and here, and then using underneath as a pocket as well as this pocket. But again, then you lose out on all of this artwork, and then you also have that much space being taken up that you can't write on underneath. So that's why I like using the paper clips. And here's the last one in this particular group. I love bees and thistle. So this is just one of my favorite pages in all of her books. Beautiful colors, just amazing. There we go. And here, the book that she wrote, this particular one, was written in 1906. So that's why I cut that out. And put that in there, and again, plenty of journaling space. I also enjoy letting you see as much of the diary part as possible. I first got her book back in 1981, I believe it was, and I fell in love with it then and had no idea I would one day actually be working with putting her things in journals. It's just really neat. Okay, so let's put this one aside and we'll go on to the next one. There we go, and again, this is seam binding. And you've noticed I've used the green leaf ribbon. Well, this is some of the cream color that I found. And again, I've reinforced the spine here with gluing it down to the very center and then stitching it here, because it's not heavy cardboard. This is the actual pages from the book, so it's a little bit lighter than cardstock. So I wanted to make sure that was plenty, sturdy enough. And again, I've done the same thing on the inside here and then on the reverse. And there you can see that reverse. And this one, kind of hard to tell, but this was all one page. It was here and here, as was the other one, so that this one kind of goes into the other. You can read it. Honeysuckle, my favorite flower. although my husband says that it takes over everything. So I don't have any yet. We had some where I grew up at, and I loved it. But I'd like to find some. A lot of these are similar, but obviously different. More vintage buttons here. And yes, we have 2 more little miniature journals with the handmade paper. And a good thing to use these small pieces for, keeping inspirational quotes, favorite Bible verses, anything at all like that. It's the perfect thing. Keeping dates of special events. The little pockets, you can keep things, keepsakes like tickets and movie stubs and things like that. So, just an idea. And again, this is the envelope with the Velcro closure, vintage button. Done slightly different here on the inside. Now, there you can see the dragonfly. And this is a tea and coffee mix, I believe, papers that were dyed with that. And then again, I've just cut a little bit out of some scrap paper that I have. I save all of my scraps, especially from her books, because they're just hardly anything is ever gone to waste with her stuff. So even the little things that I put in the center of the last little journal, the little flower shapes, those are from her. And the reinforcements are from her book. So I try and use every bit of it that I can. And here we have, this is a better view of the dragonfly and the water lilies. And again, it's just closed with a paper clip there. And we have this. It's one of the pieces of brown paper that I like so much. Distressed with inks. I have ink everywhere. So, there we go. Here's this one. And this is the brown paper. More journaling space. And again, this is just cut out from the book. It just sits right in there. And of course, you can put your own ephemera in these things as well. Your own letters, anything special like that that you want to save. We have the fabric. I call them roses. I don't know what else to call them, but fruit of dog rose and blackberry. I've never heard of dog rose, but of course, obviously the blackberry. So neat. And this is one that I've done, but it was fastened on the outside instead of the inside. And again, just things cut from the book. I don't know if that's a hazelnut or I'm not sure what it is. I need to find out. And then the last one here, beautiful red campion and wild hyacinth. The hyacinth reminds me of the flowers that you get on hostas. As a matter of fact, I've got some drying now that I got from my mom's house the other day. So, beautiful little bell-shaped purple flowers, pale lavender, I should say. But that's, and then it looks very similar to that. And they're calling it wild hyacinth. I wonder if that's in the hosta family or related. And again, here you can see some of the diary. It's just really nice to read through it. She's what I call a naturalist. She, Edith Holden, she was very observant of everything nature-wise around her, and obviously she drew everything that that she could. But it was just, it's really interesting to read about her days and what she does and so on and so forth. So. And then here we have the little booklet. Again, the picture from the books. I just cut it out with a decal-edged pair of scissors and then inked the edges. more journaling space. So that's it on these two. Again, these are a special order for Penny, and I'll be doing one more video. I have one more item for her that she's ordered, and people have started to ask me, do I do special orders? Well, yes, the answer is yes, I do special orders. Depending on how many I have to do, it takes a little while, but I can always give people ideas of about how long it's going to take. So anyway, these are, whoops, I've got the ribbons backwards. This is, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you like what you've seen, make sure you hit the little like button below. I'll put any pertinent information down below that I may have mentioned here. And I think that's it. So I hope you all have a blessed day. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.